Welcome to the channel where we try to learn to scream, and today we will produce sounds like "Ay! Ay! Yay! Ay! Ay!" We will produce pitched fry screams with science. So, which sounds a little bit crazy, is actually not that crazy. And as always, check the chapters. I will do some talking in between. It's still a diary format, and of course I will do some screams. I will try to explain what I'm feeling, even though I'm not sure if this is happening today, because I have something new, a spectrometer, and it's so funny to play with it. I hope I don't get like zoomed into the software and just boop, do my stuff. But if so, I'm sorry, but you can still see and hear what I'm doing. And of course, I was inspired by someone. I didn't just come up magically with the spectrometer. I was inspired by Toni Linke. He has a video series where he's doing harsh vocals with this thing, and it's really interesting. Also, I had a session with Britta Görtz where we aimed at the pitched fry screams, which was a really successful session, to be honest. And she was using a spectrometer as well. And I just figured, maybe I'm just a visual learner, like for this kind of stuff. I can see what is happening and hear at the same time. So I see what is wrong, what doesn't sound like I would like to have it to sound like, and what is totally off. So, or good. So hopefully you will see here or here the spectrometer. I don't know how to do it right now. Sorry, but maybe it works better next time. So I will produce some screams and we will see how it shows up. I never did this before. I'm sorry already that I have to look down there. If you wonder where I'm looking at, there's my laptop. I just can't levitate it, so it will sit there, and I hope I kind of like let my glance from the laptop to the lens, so you don't feel too isolated. So yeah, my throat is still not really good, but doesn't matter, we can still use the spectrometer. So what is the spectrometer? It will show us overtones, I think it's harmonics, and a subharmonic, and it will show us the pitch. And a pitch, if I produce a really clean sound here, will be really bright. It will be bright and shiny, and it will be there, really focused. If I produce a distortion, there we go. This is without pitch. It took a while. It will have kind of like sparkets in between, but overall it's just like a whole mess. So even though I hope I got Britta right there, there is no pitch. I think I can't do a pitchless scream anymore, but doesn't matter. If there's no pitch, your brain will brain a pitch in there. Because of all the overtones, it would just try to figure out what could this sound be like, even though there is no real pitch in there. Which is nice, because then we can still hear stuff, or let's say translate stuff to our brain. And we will try to maintain the overtones and add the distortion on top, which isn't that easy, to be honest. But in a certain technique I can do it just right away, and in other techniques I just can't. So I will try to show you how it looks like when I hit it correct, and then I show you what I can't do and where we all can work together on it. And if you have any ideas, just write them in the comments, right? So 5 minutes of intro is already too much, I think, so let's start right in. I will do a version of a fry scream that I got from the guy who's saying like, I feel it here, I feel it here, I feel it here, because this will immediately be a pitched fry scream. I feel it here, I feel it here. you can see the overtones there and the yellow line, and this is perfect. This is what I want, and it's not too easy, to be honest. And it was pure luck that I had the software on, which, by the way, is coded by me and an AI. I know how to code a little bit, and I want to provide this for everyone so you don't have to pay anything for a spectrometer. So yeah, let's see. The session with Britta started with a normal fry, like always. And as you see in the spectrometer, there's no pitch at all. It's just a mess. And now we try to introduce a pitch in there. So you will have, for example, an A, a really lazy A. And you see it's really hard for me. For me, it's more of an E. Britta also told me that every person has a favorite vowel. For me, funny enough, it's an E, even though I don't really use the E that often. I did think it's an A. This does look actually pretty good there. So it's not that easy. It's a game of balance once again. I do believe this is the first stage. If you haven't done anything like this at all before, I was just lucky that I figured that what I'm doing with more support and a bit louder is actually already kind of close to a pitch fry, and I can go in there. Although I will definitely try all the vowels. How about right now? Let's try to get the good old vowel triangle here. Vowel triangle. And we will do the A, the E, the I, the O, and the U, and we will try to pitch them. And Britta told me, don't change too much at once. Preferred is one thing to change. So when we have a note, we will use this note for everything. As you can already see, my A seems to be a bit higher, but maybe it's because of the overtones produced. Let's try it again. This is better. So you can even use this to pitch correct yourself. But E is funny. So let's keep it like this, and let's try to add some fry in there. This was with support, by the way. Let's try to not use support. Already using support. I'm pushing with the diaphragm. You can hear it maybe even. This is pushed. This is not pushed. This is unsupported. actually really good. Hey, 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 yay, yay, hey, hey. I do believe it's the feeling when you come from the fry, then you talk with it. Hey, hey, what are you doing here? Hey, what are you doing here? And you come up here. Hey, what are you doing here? Hey, hey. Okay, that's the way to get there. Damn it. Hey, hey. Wait again. Hey, hey, what are you doing here? Here, here. Hey, what are you doing here? Here. Hey, hey, what are you doing here? I pushed again. Damn it. But coming from down here and talking like this, and that's come a bit up. There's no support at all. I pushed again, just a little bit. Oh, this is no support at all. This is no support at all. As soon as I start pushing, it becomes more clear that there's a pitch, even to my ears, not just visually, which is very interesting because the I feel it here guy, I do believe he is pushing quite something. So where do we go from here? Let's check my notes. Slow transition. Yeah, well, slow transition is funny. Fun fact, just got it from my notes. Before the fry, there comes the subharmonic. When you transition to the fry really slowly, there will be the subharmonic. You will hopefully see it here in this tool. If not, I have to make sure that you can, because it's kind of, you don't want to go into the kagura, you don't want to engage your false chords. You want to let your, what was it, the vocal folds, the vocal ones, your true vocal folds, you want to let them vibrate half the speed. This is it. This is it. And after this comes the fry scream, or the fry. So let's do it again. Let's transition to the fry really slowly. Sorry, I couldn't. Even though, is this pitched already? Wait, let's check a moment. Let's check the head fry stuff that I'm doing. Okay, there's a lot going on. Maybe too loud. Is this already pitched here? This is already pitched! Could be. You can figure out, like, you can fiddle around with the parameters here. Let's do the input of the microphone a bit less. Yeah! Okay, that's nice. Wait, is it too low now for speech level? Oh well. So apparently this pitch fry screen is actually working already, and nobody told me. So I'm I'm surprised here, to be honest. Let's do the I Feel It Here guy. So he's using more or less the this version. Yeah, the motorcycle or the motorboat or whatever you want to call it, maybe even the buzzer. It's already kind of, when you do the motorcycle, it is kind of like already a pitch fry scream. The James Hetfield. Okay, let's do and he's doing this. Which is not nasal, by the way. But it's also not really in the soft palate. It's more here. I feel it here. I feel it here. Let's come from the clean tone into the James Hetfield, and then let it just slide into the fry. This is really interesting. So when the James Hetfield is already the pitched fry scream, everything before and after is either clean tone or the full distortion. And so let's do it again. So let's come from the distortion, go into the clean, and then add a teeny tiny bit of the distortion again to the clean, and see if we end up in the James Hetfield. There we do. Yay! Yay! Shut up when I'm talking to you! Shut up! Okay. Shut up when I'm talking to you! Shut up when I'm talking to you! Shut up! Shut up! I'm about to break! But can we glide up with this? Yeah! 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 Okay, and then I magically slip into my head fry. Wow. Being in the vocal break with a kind of fucked up throat really does something to your voice. Yeah! Okay, and I'm getting something in the nose. Let's do a hypercompressed one. So hypercompressed is what I didn't know. What Britta told me when you do a homemade. If you don't know how to get there, sometimes, like for me, it was more of a. I watched this video of Alexander, someone who's sitting there in the rain and on his porch, and he's explaining it, and I was like, oh my god, this is the best video ever. And I approach it with the angry Japanese voice. No. It's more or less a glottal stop. Which will introduce a lot of overtones. Clean. See the overtones coming there? Same tone. And this is actually the hypercompressed fry scream. I didn't know. And it makes sense. I was able to do the hypercompressed fry before anything else, beside the that I was able to do. But the hypercompressed fry, as I was doing Mongolian throat singing before going into harsh vocals, maybe my throat just said like, okay, let's try to add this. Boop. And this is how you can imagine it. It's like topping off something. It's not really doing this. It's more like, I think it's a circular compression. It's like a pipe or something. And if we come from here, and adding the fry now. This is completely hypercompressed fry. What did I do? Oh, stand to the holy roller. Stand to the left of my in paradise. Holy Ghost roll. How? Stand to the left of my in paradise. Holy Ghost, whoa! It does look legit, doesn't it? And to my ears, this. So first, without. And then. This even sounds like a pitched something to me. Let's do oh. Maybe I will be able to do pitched fry streams in the end, after all. Oh! Hey! Let's do in waves. In waves. Let's try in waves with the James Hetfield. In waves, 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 in waves. Wait. Let's glide a little bit into the fry sensation. In waves. I wonder if people who found the pitched fry, if they started with singing Metallica or something. And then it just kind of let loose. Yay! HSI! Yay! That's so funny. Let's stop here. Let's continue exploring next time. I tried to do a structured video again, but it just work, kids. I don't know when to do this stuff, to be honest. Yeah, so what do you think? Like, is this something you would be interested in? Like a free spectrometer? I just wonder if this time-consuming thingy is kind of worth it. I guess, I mean, for me it's worth it. I will use it as it is, but maybe for you it isn't at all. And let's see how this episode resonates with you. And also, let's hope that my throat will get better. Holy moly! I haven't had this before, did I? Ah, kids, I'm telling you. So, yeah, let's keep exploring next time. Bye.